Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're going to talk about is my rules when to enter a long-term swing trade, all right? Long-term, longer term, right? That's what we're going to talk about today. These are rules that I have to abide by. This keeps me safe. This keeps the long-term account in the green. Let's keep it solid, all right? So, before we talk about the rules, let me say nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. All right? Now, when we looking at this and we talking about this, here's what I want you guys to understand. First things first. I've always said this. You want to take your short-term account and you want to separate it and have a longer-term account. Y'all remember that? How many times have I said that over the year? Right? Over the years almost now. But I keep telling you guys, you have a day trading account and a swing trading account. And when I say swing trade, I'm talking about longer term. Your day trading account is going to be your short-term account. It's going to be your short-term account. This is going to be your day trades, your scalp trades, and potentially you may hold something overnight or like 1-2 days. This is money that you flipping. Your longer term account is going to be money that is sitting and you are not paying attention to it every day until the stock hits your price target and then you take those profits. That's how we play in that. All right? So, case in point. Everybody needs a day trading account or a short-term account and a longer-term account. Okay? Now, let me tell you why. Number one, your psychology. Okay? Number one, your psychology. Trading psychology. Right? If you are swinging something long term and you plan on holding this for 2 months, or you got it out 3 months out, and you get, you put it in this account, you might be down by 25%, and then it messes with your psychology, and then you get out. But if you would have had it in this account that you're not looking at, because you know that there's going to be up and down motion, then you would have been in a better position. Okay? So, in this account, you're going to be having trades, right? We're going to say day trades, scalp trades, and then like overnight to 2-day holds, swing trades, right? Because the whole point is in this account right here, you're using money to keep flipping it, to grow it bigger. This account, you are growing money that you have. That's the difference, right? So in this account right here, you are using an amount of money to flip. Okay? In this account, you're taking money you have to grow. Okay? So, point blank period. This is the game right here. Your longer term account is when you have money and you have time and you have patience and you're willing to grow this money. You ain't going to be looking at the charts all day with the trades that's in this account. You're not going to be. This account, this is your short term. This is your day trades. You're using an amount of money to flip it. So you're flipping your money here. And when this account grows, you take a portion and you put it into your long-term accounts. This could be your whole portfolio where you got shares as well and you got some option contracts, right? This is that. So, your day trading account or your short-term account, you using it to flip money. This account, you're using it to grow money. That's the difference. That's the distinction. Now, when we talking about my rules, very simple rules, y'all. Okay? Very simple rules. First thing, I always need to make sure that we are down from the previous high. Okay? We are down from the previous high. All right? And we have signs of a reversal on the weekly time frame, if maybe daily time frame, but 9 times out of 10 weekly time frame. Okay? So, let me give you an example. This is a good swing, longer term swing, right? As you see, this is the recent high. Okay, right here. Recent high. Recent high, y'all. Okay? At $70. This was the recent high. When was it? In May. Right? So we talk about a month and a half ago. Recent high. $70. It came all the way down to what? $44. We have a fair value gap, buyers, and it stopped right here. We have a 2-up candle this week after a failed 2 down. This is something that I would get into, right? This is something I would get into for 2 to 3 months out. And I would let it sit and I would let the money grow. Because while the money is growing or is doing its thing, and I can say my price target is $54, on the way at 54, it's gonna go up and down. But if I have this play in a short-term account, I'm not gonna be patient enough. So I can still day trade this setup in my day trading account, but in my long-term account, I'm gonna let it sit until it hits my price target. Right? But it has to be down from the recent high. So this is a beautiful one, right? Down from the recent high, and it has to show a sign of a reversal on the weekly time frame. If you just follow that rule right there, you will be good. You will be A-okay, y'all. Okay? The next thing, the other rule, if it's not down bad from a recent high, it has to be retesting a breakout. All right? It has to be retesting a breakout. So what's a good example of this? An example is, where we at? Up here. ServiceNow. Okay? Boom. They broke out from right here. They came down to right here at $89 from their breakout point of $89, $94. So, let's look at it. So we have recent highs at 134, right? Recent highs at 134, right? And we have a retest of the breakout right here at $89. All right. Retest of initial breakout level. Okay. That's the rule. So when it was down here, it was down from the highs at 192, but that was back in October 2025, And then the most recent high was right up here at 126, right? So down here, you could have said, okay, I'm going to get in down here once we got this bullish 3-bar, right here. And you could have said, okay, on the weekly, we got a bullish 3-bar. We're down at this order block. The recent high is 126, so that's going to be my target, right? I'm going to give it about 45 days to come back up here. Boom. You could have done that. It came up here. Now, this is the new recent high. It comes down on the weekly, takes about a month to come down, and then what happens? It retests right here. And then you could re-enter right here another 45 days and then let it do what it do. And look what it did. It came from here, $90, and then went all the way up to what? 112. Okay? So, all you need to do is have separate accounts, right? Have separate accounts. Find stocks that are down from their recent high, not all-time high, recent high. If they're down from their all-time high, then that's going to be a leap. I'm talking about a month out, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Some people say that's a leap, but it's not. And then you also want to make sure that it is retesting from its initial breakout area. Those are the two entry points on longer term swings. And they also got to be good companies, and you got to know the fundamentals and stuff like that. Outside of that, if you guys do that, on being a longer term swing trader, you will be successful. There's no way you can't. Don't be entering in swing trades in the middle of a level. That's how you're going to have big drawdown. Make sure you get in at the bottom, at the retest, or at the bottom right before it breaks out. I always say enter in before it is obvious. Okay? So, those are two rules to entering into longer term swings that I think about and I use religiously, and it keeps me solid and it keeps me honest. All right? Hope that video helped you guys out. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys on the next video. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.